And we get to hike in the jungle, and I never hiked in the jungle before.
Last year, we saw God move in incredible ways, opening the door for us to begin the process of moving in among the Mamusi. But then everything paused. Our airstrip was closed because of years of erosion and heavy rainfall. And for over a year, we didn't return. Until now. And this time, the only way in was by helicopter. We came with 3 big goals: to encourage the Mamusi Church, to build relationships across the whole community, and to work toward unity around restoring the airstrip. As we settled into our coworker's house for what would be 3 months there on the ground in our village of Lhasa, we prayed that God would make a way, that soon the airstrip could be restored and we could finally begin building our home in Mamusi. What we didn't expect was just how many relationships would be formed, how deeply God would move, and honestly, how much fun we would have along the way.
A friend came from a different village, one of the church leaders, brought me a gift. It's still alive.
Just crazy, the generosity of our Mamusi friends. Mind-blowing. Living as a family in the bush is one of the greatest joys of our lives. It's not always easy, and even having basic amenities like power and clean water, it requires work. But seeing Evan make friends and thrive, and building close relationships with our Mamusi family, and just learning the rhythms of bush life, man, we wouldn't trade that for anything. One of our biggest hopes was to connect with the broader Mamusi community and build trust. And that kind of trust doesn't come overnight in Papua New Guinea. It comes over shared meals and slow conversations and showing that we're here to listen and to learn. So I'm headed to Matthew's house this morning, one of the believers here, and we are going to go off to the bush to cut a few trees down. We're going to build a little houseboy. Yesterday we heard that there was a man in Guama that suddenly died, and so we heard that, and we see our opportunity here to come bring a little bit of food and just show our heart for these guys as well. I'm headed up to one of the church leaders' houses. He's got a really bad sore on his leg, so I'm gonna wash it out, and yeah, it's just awesome to be able to finally be here in Mamusi land, connecting with our brothers and loving on them and just catching up after so long away. So it's awesome. We spent weeks visiting different families and community leaders, hearing their stories and listening to their concerns and asking about their hopes for the future. I'm standing right now at the Airstrip here in Beeley, and although it might look nice and flat to you guys, there's significant work that needs to be done to get this thing landable again. We have a company coming in that we have worked alongside of to see a plan developed, and they're going to come in and we're going to all meet with the community to see if the community is unified and in agreement to work alongside this company to see this airstrip restored. Mamusi men and women from 6 different communities came to this meeting, and we spent hours talking through the benefits of having an airstrip and the work that is needed to restore it. Finally, the moment of decision came, and the question was asked to the community: do you want to work together to restore this airstrip or not? The answer was a resounding yes. We couldn't believe it as the details came together quickly for this project to kick off as they unified together to reopen the Beeley Airstrip. Lasa is our home village here in Mamusi land. The believers here are very young in their faith, and they've been isolated for literally decades and begging for help. This trip was not just about the airstrip. It was a chance for us to come and encourage these believers and to remind them that they're not alone, that God hasn't forgotten about them, and that we haven't either. Believers from at least 4 different villages have gathered here this morning to hear from God's word, and then afterwards we're all going to meet together for a big old-fashioned potluck, just P&G style. So the ladies have been cooking for 2 days to get ready for that, and we're just really excited. This is kind of the grand finale of our time here with the believers. It's exciting. I think sometimes we just have to pinch ourselves because the privilege we get to be out here in the middle of the jungle teaching God's word to a group of hungry believers, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It's just an incredible privilege. So thanks for praying, thanks for supporting. God's doing incredible things here. We came to Mamusi land with 3 goals, and none of them was easy. But after 3 months, we can see that trust is beginning to be built, that the community is ready to work together on the airstrip, and now we're only a few months away from building our house. God did so much in Mamusi land this summer. We can't wait until our house is finished and we can move in and learn the Mamusi language and culture and work alongside the believers to see a thriving church planted among the Mamusi.
We went in the rain and it was so dirty. The hippo tries to grab a leg, but the giraffe doesn't let him. He kicks him in the face.